Hello everyone, and welcome to the TJOmega channel for day 1318 of our daily content grind. So, yeah, new webcam, maybe a little bit too good in the quality, because I didn't shower last night, and you can kind of tell. So, we'll do better next time. But I am setting up a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm trying to redo my entire workspace today. So you are watching the first thing shot on this webcam. Should improve the VTuber model for streaming, and it should come up a lot clearer if we want to use this for something else. But that said, this also might be the last time you see this camera in this orientation. We might go with something face on, like frontward, because this is going to take a very different setup once everything is where it needs to be. But that is then, this is now. Now is a news roundup for the week, and there's some really, really fun stuff that we are hearing about. So for starters, we have rumors of the next missing link figures. Now this comes from a reliable source over on Baidu. They've nailed it in the past. They know what they're talking about. And we have two new ones that they are currently developing for missing link. The first one is Grimlock, and I find this one interesting because Grimlock, we know, is one of those G1 molds that is completely lost. They have no idea where it is, what happened to it, which is why we've never gotten reissue Dinobots. Just after G2, no one knows what happened to the molds. So, Missing Link provides the opportunity to go back and do a brand new version of the mold with modern articulation, modern art engineering, but it still hits that aesthetic note, which I think is a really cool thing because they've not been able to offer that original G1 Grimlock toy since the early 90s. So the fact that we have a way of getting that back on the shelves somehow, I think is a really cool prospect. And you imagine if they go the same route that they have gone with others and start doing like random repaints like the G2 colors, which would be nuts. Takara, if they continue with the Dinobots, will probably reach a point where Swoop comes out in his cartoon accurate blue, which the G1 toy never got to have because that was the Diaclone color scheme. I am in love with the idea of doing Dinobots in Missing Link. That is exciting. The other one is incredible to me though, because it's Ultra Magnus. I understand they have the Optimus Prime mold. I don't think they would announce an Ultra Magnus and then just release a white Optimus Prime. That seems like it would be incredibly underwhelming. But that said, I have no idea how Missing Link Ultra Magnus would ever actually function as a toy. So for those who have never messed around with the G1 Ultra Magnus, the armor that Optimus Prime rests in is literally the entire front body of that, the entire red piece that goes from like the neckline all the way to the ankle, is basically one flat plane of plastic. It's just one flat bed that's designed for the cars to drive into in vehicle mode. Like there's no bulk in that toy that can be used for like a hip joint or a knee. It's all just flat plastic. In fact, the Optimus Prime doesn't really combine with it. Like they take the two peg holes that his fists have, that like the G1 would plug the fists into, and you just plug him into the back of it by those holes, and his legs just kind of dangle down behind Ultra Magnus's legs, which that would intersect the hip, the knee. I have no idea how you engineer this toy. I'm like legitimately fascinated by how they may have figured out how to make it work. Unless this really is just a white Optimus Prime repaint, which honestly is kind of likely given how absurd the engineering would have to be to make the Ultra Magnus work. But we'll see. This is Takara. Takara's figured out some incredibly insane things when it comes to toy engineering. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it will actually lead to something. But it's a wait and see. This is Takara rumor, so this is a long way off from actually seeing what's happening. Actually, according to the leaker, there's only a project. No trial model has been seen yet, which means we don't even have proof of concept in existence yet. So wait and see. Hope for the best. We have in-hand shots from Mark Clonus over on Instagram of Vortex, rather. And this one, it's kind of old news. Like, I can show you the photos, and, you know, he looks really, really cool. They do show that the extra kibble from the tail can be popped off if you want a more screen-accurate look, which is kind of a cool thing to include. And they also make a point of mentioning that the landing gear for this toy ends up in the back of its head, which is a little bit of an odd feature, but there you go. That's the space they had available for the landing gear. But that said, this toy has already been sighted in Canada. There are people who already own it. My podcast co-host, Vangelis, already owns this toy. We're still like super confused, like, because Wave 1 just hit a couple weeks ago, and now people are already finding Wave 2, and like, I think everyone is just super confused by the timing here. But, you know, it's whatever. Hey, brand new toy on the way. You can see a little behind the scenes stuff, like here's the original design doc, you know, what they originally planned for the toy to function as. They did reveal that there's like sliding pieces on the back, so you can clean up the look of the back as well. You know, just some fun stuff here, but like your usual kind of fluff piece behind the backs, or behind the scenes stuff. I was looking at the backpack thing, how it shifted here, and like the word back was stuck in my head. There are some more in-hand shots, just if you want to take a look at things a little bit cleaner. And these are actually showing comparisons to the Combiner War version, which I'm actually surprised. The vehicle mode's actually larger on the brand new toy. I didn't expect that. You know, in-hand still looks good. Articulation range is still good. He definitely has a lot more meat on him than the Combiner War toy. Like, the Combiner War toys have some pretty good age on them at this point. So the fact that a modern figure is actually larger than the original one, I guess the previous one, that's saying something. And yeah, I didn't realize there was such a stark deco difference between the US Vortex and the new one. Oh my god, I forgot how colorful it was. There's definitely some room in some of these to release toy accurate colors if they wanted to, but we know they're going to be doing G2 Bruticus out of this instead. Just as long as we're talking potential repaints, don't get your hopes up for Ruination, because Ruination is far stricter to the toy designs, whereas these are going for the cartoon design. So you better have the Combiner War version of that one. Or I guess the Unite Warrior. Fun little thing popped up. So someone got their hands on the rest of these Constructicons, both Scavenger and Mixmaster. And rather than show us what this toy is going to look, what the toys will look like individually, instead they have opted to just show you Devastator in as complete a form as they could manage. He does have the upcoming Commander set, but where is the other leg? Like, it's so confusing to me that they would have all of these unreleased figures and then be missing Scrapper, who's already out, who's beside me, who's in my hand right now. You can just go get Scrapper now. And yet that one is missing out of this. But it does give you an idea, a really good, clean look at how Devastator's going to look. I'm hoping those elbows can be rotated, because that's got like the wrong direction in the elbow right there. I'm sure it can. I'm sure it can if you mess around with it. But everything else, he looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He does look a lot like the Combiner War one. This is where I would really, really like to have a size comparison, because he doesn't look all that different from the last one I got. Ultimately, I know his function's going to be better, because they are working ankle tilt into these, and they are working more articulation in. And yeah, the thighs are a lot more solid because, you know, they aren't kibbled together from parts of the bots. I am looking forward to this one. I am excited to get the entire thing in hand. Just more comparisons. Like I want to see how big this thing actually is. At least like a normal in-hand shot. Not like a Hasbro setup. Oh, we had this toy lying around. I want to see it next to the last Devastator. That's what I want. We have some new in-package images of some upcoming EarthSpark toys, starting with Terran Jawbreaker. These are smash changers, though judging by the peg hook on the card, these are far smaller than the smash changers I am used to, which are those like Rise of the Beast, big chunky bang, bang, bang ones, which are actually kind of fun. Like they make great like stress toy things. But these are just like small one-step changers that are basically impact activated. And you see Jawbreaker there flipping out into like his dino mode, and he looks fine. Like he does a decent job of looking like Jawbreaker here. Yeah, the beast mode's a little messed up. The beast mode's a little bit messed up. Legs are really thick. Beast mode arms are non-existent. They're sculpted and painted into the side of his chest. We work with what we have to on a one-step changer. Yeah, and then let's see, we have Twitch, which I always love to see a new Twitch toy out there. She looks fine. I mean, she looks fine. One step smash to change. She is lucky in that her vehicle mode lends itself to a lot of these gimmicky toys, so she looks good in both modes. I wouldn't mind having this on my desk because I really like her as a character, and this doesn't look bad for just like a flippy gimmicky figure. Yeah, this don't look bad at all. The packaging looks boring as sin. The packaging looks incredibly dull. It was this story and the next one, which is Cyberworld in hand, like production shots, that kind of showed me, okay, well, number one, they're doing that thing again where the old line is blending into the new line, so we're going to make their packagings match. They don't do that very often. It's kind of annoying when they do, because it reminds you of how much of an afterthought those last waves were. But also, it just made me realize just how like plain and generic the packaging was for these lines. Like, they look like the Authentics packaging. Like, just the stark white and the flat red logos and design graphics. Like, it ain't impressing me. It ain't impressing me. Speaking of not impressing me, these are the official photos of the Cyberworld toys in and out of packaging. They still look absolutely awful. They still look absolutely awful, and I say that knowing I am not the target demographic. I also feel like Hasbro is being really, really insulting to the target demographic. Kids are not as stupid as you think, Hasbro. They can look at this and go, that looks like crap, and they will not buy it. That is just the truth of this. These look like junk. Kids don't want toys that look like junk. They want toys that look cool. They want the characters to look cool. This doesn't look cool. None of these look cool. All of this looks really, really lame. It's whatever. It's got a bunch of weird features where you can stick smaller toys all around it. It's got like a spinny weapon gimmick, whatever. We finally have something that actually shows that, yes, this is Dinobot Snarl. He just looks very, very different. I will give them credit in the least that the sculpting is interesting on this toy. Exhaust and Mad Max armor is an interesting choice. It's interesting that he has this very junky on aesthetic, even though he is Snarl. It's a weird call to make. Like, he's so asymmetrical, and the exposed hoses and things is not what I expect out of a Dinobot. Character-wise, he doesn't look bad. But, like, toy-wise, yeah, like, it's just his legs folded up and he's on all fours. That's it. That's it. On this shot, it doesn't even look like his legs can sit flat. There you go. There it shows. There it shows. That's not a good look on that first photo. There's your weird Megatron, who's a bull now. Like, the character designs aren't bad. The toys just look really, really lame and way too simple. And I don't see any kid having more than maybe 20 minutes of fun with this thing and then just being done with it. Like they look like toys that a kid would get bored of really, really fast. You know, there's your Optimus Prime. The Optimus Prime looks absolutely terrible in the vehicle mode. And here's Skybite. And Skybite is such a dumb concept, like the shark car, that I actually kind of want it. It looks dumb, but I kind of want it. Hasbro stock photographers are not doing it any favors whatsoever. And there you got the Bumblebee. Bumblebee has completed his transformation that started in the 07 movie. Now he is just a straight up G1 Prowl style, Jazz style Autobot shape, which I do not agree with. Yep, get some weird weapon thing. Yeah, and there's your stupid Galvatron. You're really dumb. Like I have a mustache Galvatron that turns into a dragon for some reason. This line just continues to just like show what an afterthought it is. That like there's no thought, there's no care, there's nothing to this. This is just lame. Even for kids, even if you want to say, oh well, this is a line designed for kids, you're judging it as a collector. That's not fair. It doesn't look fun for kids either. It looks very unimaginative, which is not what's going to work with a kid. Oh well. Moving on to toys that only adults can buy. So the company Killer Body is actually doing these, which are these replicas of Frenzy and Wheelie from the first two Transformer movies. What's fun about these, so okay, they're movie accurate posable figures, right? And that just looks like a really good action figure of Frenzy, right? And, you know, and there's, yeah, like you see ball joints and elbows, like, yeah, that's like a posable little wheelie. Like you can wrap that around Megan Fox's leg and it would look correct. What's fascinating about this is that these samples that they show here in the cases, that is not representative of the size that this image claims it to be. If my math is correct, and I will admit that the images are small, so the numbers are hard to read, but this thing is reporting that it's going to be something like 6 feet tall, like full size, which is crazy to me. But also Chinese companies do really crazy expensive things for Transformers from time to time, so I'm also not entirely surprised that is the truth. But like, yeah, what this image is saying and the size of this sample are not cooperating. So the actual size of what you're getting, we don't know yet. But it might be fascinating, if only to finally get a good figure of Frenzy if you liked him from the first movie. Keeping an eye on it. The Supreme Optimus Prime is actually out now in a few places, so you can actually buy it, so we get a look at the packaging. And it just seems to be that that Walmart reissue packaging for the 40th anniversary, just with, you know, Supreme Optimus and a Supreme logo on the bottom. That's it. That's the packaging. Nothing special. Nothing surprising. It's just a standard reissue box. If you want to be hyped up for it, there is a stop motion video that is official that you can also go watch if you really, really want your all red Optimus Prime hype. I'll let you go watch it on your own because we don't show actual video here from anybody else but me. So, remember last week when I told you about the energy weapon campaigns that Takara is doing in Japan? Okay, so here's the official photos for all of them. So, in the case of all of these, you have to buy $5,000 worth, or $5,000. Oh, wow, that would be really rare. 5,000 yen. That's much more reasonable. Spend 5,000 yen on these brand new Transformer toys at participating retailers, and you will get the sword and shield as a bonus. Every sword and shield in this set is actually linked to a different store. So I think, like, okay, so like just real quick, so like one is for Toys R Us, one is for Adeon, one is for Yamada Denki, one is for Joshin Kidland. This is weird to me because that means you'd have to spend 20,000 yen in order to get all of these. I hope it includes other Transformer toys in the promotion, because I don't think Wild King has 20,000 yen worth of toys. You got 4 of the smaller ones, 2 larger ones. Like, you're gonna get, like, 1 small and 1 large is gonna get you the shield and sword. But then what do you do at the other stores? You can do that twice, but then what? Do you double buy Optimus and Megatron? Do you buy enough of the smaller ones to, like, 4-limb everybody? Little confusing. I know. It's an odd one. It's an odd promotion, but it's cool for those who like those weapons, and it's gonna give you like a nice little like show-off piece if you happen to get them. The soundtrack to Transformers the movie is being released once again, this time on another vinyl record, but this one is in marbled gold to represent Unicron. Beyond that, it seems like a recreation of the original Scotty Brothers vinyl. It's got all the original songs, even has the original artwork on the cover. Yeah, it's just a neat little cassette. It's very, very golden disc from Beast Wars. But yeah, it's a neat. It's a very subtle one. Like, the marbling is very subtle in this one, which I'm not used to. The Transformer ones are usually like really bright colors with swaths of other colors going through them. This is a lot more subdued, especially if you're a Unicron. But with the black label in the middle, actually kind of works, weirdly enough. And the last bit of news for the week. Do you want the ultimate Transformers collectible? Because Transformers The Last Night Barricade, the screen-used car, is currently available for auction. You can just buy Barricade from the movie. Keep calm and hail Megatron. Yeah, we had too many of our licensees complaining about the whole to punish and enslave thing, even though it's a really good spin on to serve and protect. But so we've gone with something a little bit more mild. But you can own this for the low price of $490,000. That's all. Just that. Yep, and there's your authenticity. There's your there's your everything. I mean, super cool piece. I will remind, in many states, it's illegal to drive a vehicle that is made up to look like an official police car when it is not, in fact, a police car. Meaning that you could be getting in trouble. You would be spending $490,000 on a car you probably legally couldn't drive. So good luck to whoever owns that one. And that will do it for today's news roundup. And my camera's still working, so that's a marked improvement over the last time I tried to record a news roundup. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.